On this episode, online bullying, beauty, facial symmetry, fashion passion, and book club. Welcome back, guys. Welcome to What You're Talking About Willis. I'm your host, Vi. You can call me V. And welcome to Situation Saturday. Let's talk about it. So, I wanted to pull up this video with this young lady. She is Mexican descent, I believe. She goes by Beyeca Barbie, I believe. I'm not trying to give her too much fame or credit. I will show it quickly and just a piece of it because I don't think that I want to spend too much time talking about her specifically, but let's watch it.
A la mayoría de las mujeres les parece guapísima Zendaya, güey, cuando es horrible.
Okay, so for those who don't understand, the translation is essentially that she's got a horrible face. My first language is actually Spanish, so she's la cara horrible. She's just got a horrible face. Her features are grotesque. She goes on to talk about her nose, how she's got a wide nose and ugly lips. And then when you proceed to look through her images, you notice that she's got fillers and apparently she has extensions. And I find it quite amazing that with all of that, with the fillers and the extensions and whatever else she has, she looks the way she does and has the audacity to speak. But I digress because I'm not here to judge. You know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I just think it's a little comical that you're going to call someone else out. And it's essentially not because of how she actually looks. It is actually because of the fact that you're a racist. It's because she's black. She isn't even fully black. She's mixed. She is half black, half white. And so this is what the situation is today. Let's talk about why people really think that you can call somebody ugly because of the complexion of their skin. When we look at pictures of Zendaya, with makeup and without, I think that it's very evident that she is absolutely stunning. There are a lot of women who would love to look like her with or without makeup. Honestly. Let us not forget that she started her career as a model. As a Disney star, I believe, and also a model because she is almost 6 foot tall. This is not somebody who, you know, doesn't have beautiful facial aesthetic. Facial symmetry is what constitutes beauty, and she actually does have it. And that is not me, that is actually science. There are studies done on it. I will put one up now. I just find it a little grotesque that she would have the nerve to even speak about this woman that she doesn't actually know, who is actually quite talented. And I'm using actually a lot because I am just so flabbergasted. I am so astonished at the simplicity of her thought. I think that it is utterly disgusting that you would judge a person's appearance, their beauty, based on something as superficial as the color of their skin. And this is an actual problem. Here we go with actually again. It is a real problem within different communities because when you look at her, she would identify herself as white. Why? Because she is fair-skinned Mexican. The reality is when you look at the form, the 305 form, there is a clear line indication saying white, not Hispanic. You're not white, homie. You're Mexican. Let us not forget, your beauty of standard isn't even meeting your own criteria. Next, since we're talking about Zendaya, why not go into different fashion styles? Because Zendaya definitely gives us a very demure appeal. She is breathtaking. And for those who don't know, demure is classified as modest, reserved, serious. To be demure means to be cutesy, clean, and mindful. It is a very reserved is the best word, right? It is a very, Chanel top coat. It is very conservative, very suits and ties, clean cut, not messy, very well put together. A very confident and quiet appeal and aesthetic versus Brat, which is a different type of aesthetic, right? It is actually defined as embracing your messy side. Brat is a strong contrast to Demure because it's unapologetically you. It is raw, edgy, and incredibly messy. It is, I'm a badass and I'm proud. I think we can all embrace both, depending on our mood, depending on maybe even the different times of the month, whatever, depending the seasons. You can embrace both, but some people do actually tend to gravitate to one side more than the other. Examples, I'll put them up, of Demure. Obviously, Zendaya. We're going to use her for Demure. Ariana Grande, right? We also have, for Brat, Ice Spice, of course. We see it. We clearly see it. For Brat, we have Tyla. These are examples of what this actually looks like real time in the world. These styles carry through in everything that you do. And while you can be incredibly organized and be Brat, you can be incredibly messy and be Demure in your appearance and in the way you carry yourself. It is not a one size fits all. And appreciating people for who they are inside and out, because their inside will show on the outside, is incredibly important. I hope this helps, and I hope that you guys are embracing who you are on the inside. You are amazing. You are fantastic. You are an it girl. And the sooner you start to understand who you actually are, what your style is, what you want to look like, what you want to be like, do you appeal more to the Demure side? Do you appeal more to the Brat side? Do you want to keep it messy? I want to take a minute to encourage every person watching this, particularly my women, my besties. I think that understanding what your style is incredibly important, because when you begin to understand from the inside out, do you like more Demure looks? Do you like a more put together, a very conservative, sophisticated? You don't want to show as much. You don't want to, it's nothing wrong with it. It's just not your vibe. Or do you like a more Brat look? Do you want to be able to wear whatever you want to wear? Do you want to be able to do your hair messy, however you want to do it, crazy makeup? It's not a right or wrong. It's understanding what is attractive to you. What do you find attractive? Don't worry about what they find attractive, what he finds attractive, what your mom finds attractive. What do you find attractive? We are living in a society where we let other people dictate what we should like, and it doesn't have to be like that. You don't have to follow the crowd. You can stand out. You are able to do what you want to do. You do it so well. You are the best version of you. I know you can be whoever you want to be. Understanding who you are on the inside is going to help you express it on the out. And so I encourage every woman watching today, understand what you are from the inside out. Is it more Brat? Is it more Demure? And once you understand that, you can start putting together style choices that are really going to make you feel like the phenomenal woman you are. And I will close this out with the one and only Maya Angelou. A phenomenal woman. I am. I love you so much. God bless you all. Next, let's talk about book club. So the recommendation for November, and I know it's a little late. I should have done one in October. I apologize. Things have been incredibly hectic. I'll put it up. It was recommended on Twitter. I actually grabbed it on Audible and read it. It's a pretty easy read and really good. It's The Parasitic Mind by Gad Saad, Dr. Gad Saad. And it really is encompassing a truth war, the war against fact versus political correctness. In America, in the West, we have a First Amendment right. People are allowed to speak their piece, their opinion. And we oftentimes don't realize how threatened our First Amendment could be because of PC and ideology. Either way, there are some pretty strong points that are made in the book. I will, again, drop a picture. I recommend it. It's a good read. Insightful is probably the best word. Very well put. It actually gives perspective where it's actually needed. So drop it in the comments. Have you read it? Did you like it? What do you think? We can have a whole forum, a discussion about it. I actually was pleasantly surprised. That's the way I'm going to put it. Pleasantly surprised with some of the methods of communicating one's truth. So again, Dr. Gad Saad, The Parasitic Mind. The cover looks like this. And we can talk about it in the comments. Just drop it. Let me know if you've read it. What did you think? And we'll go from there.